It's new comic book day. Let's see what's dropping today from Boom Studios. It's a pretty good week. Let's talk about it. There are 2 issue ones dropping today, which means there are 2 brand new series premiering today, including The Last Boy. This is a dark, more grown-up retelling of Peter Pan by the same writer who did Alice Never After and Alice Ever After, also from Boom Studios. Look at that. We got Old Man Captain Hook. The art style is absolutely beautiful. I love the colors. Now, the premise is what happens when Neverland starts to grow up without Peter Pan. If you've read the original book, you recall that Peter Pan saw the world in a very black and white way. There's good and evil and nothing in between. But what happens when Neverland grows up and they want to find compromise and peace with each other? Maybe Captain Hook is no longer just your cut and dry bad guy. Well, Peter Pan cannot accept that, and he's starting to realize that Neverland is moving on without him and growing up without him. Meanwhile, Wendy is in London, and we get to see her transition into adulthood, and we get to see those growing pains and just see her dealing with the sexism of this time period. Up next, we were talking about Warrior Mice. This is Mouse Guard, Dawn of the Black Axe. This is in celebration of the 20th anniversary of the original series, and we get to see the origins of the Black Axe for the first time. Now, I don't know anything about the original series, and this was a pretty accessible jumping on point. Fun in like a cool world-building dark fantasy way, if you know what I mean. If you like dark supernatural stories and a touch of body horror, you're gonna like When I Lay My Vengeance Upon Thee. This is a 3rd issue. This is a dark exorcism story. This follows Father Barrera, who is a disgraced priest. Wait until you see what he did. And he is now training under Father Stygian, who is an exorcist who uses methods that predate even the church, and they're very controversial. So last issue ended on like some pretty crazy terms, minor spoilers, but we got to see an animal mutate at the hands of a demon, which is unheard of. So this opens up a whole world of problems that they now have to solve. This is a final issue of Lawful. I actually did a video about this that's pinned to my profile that did really well. So a lot of people really loved the concept, but in this world, if you break the law or lie or make a misdeed, no matter how small, you slowly turn into monsters. So part of your body will transform. May that be growing scales or horns or a tail until you just lose yourself forever to becoming a monster. And we're going to see how society shuns these people. And this really does not affect the inner circle, the ruling class. And that is for sure mysterious. Something is not adding up. The main character, Sung, has spent his whole life being perfect so he could maintain his status in the inner circle, so his mother has access to life-changing medicine. But what happens when he has to choose between doing the right thing and doing the lawful thing? What decision will he make? Well, we have to read and find out. Things get pretty crazy in this, to be honest. Pretty awesome concept. And yes, just to answer your question, this does affect children. Children can transform into monsters slowly, which is totally unfair. Jaywalking or white lies also contribute to somebody transforming into a monster. It's a very unfair system. But it's the last issue, so the question is, can Sung lift this curse that is causing everybody to transform into monsters, or is there a good reason that the curse exists in the first place? One of my favorite ongoing series right now for Boom Studios is Minor Arcana, written and drawn by Jeff Lemire. Now, the first volume is currently available in trade paperback form, in softcover form. I really recommend it. Now, the motif of the series is actually tarot cards, so it's a lot of fun. The main character, Theresa, has spent her whole life running away from her hometown, and now she's returning to help take care of her sick mother. Now, her mom is a storefront like sidekick, and she thinks she's a fraud until Theresa discovers that she has abilities, and there's some trippy dream sequences, and we're asking ourselves, like, is her mom actually legit or not? And just, there's a lot of crazy trippy stuff going on. Just trust me, check it out. Like, genuinely, highly recommend. One of my favorite writers in the industry, James Hatton IV, is joined by Eryk Donovan to bring us Memetic. This is the Apocalypse Trilogy available now in softcover, so this combines Memetic issues 1 through 3, Cognetic issues 1 through 3, and Eugenic issues 1 through 3. Now, this is about an apocalypse that is caused by a single image on the internet. This is caused by a meme. The meme causes the apocalypse. Now, I've actually not read this series yet, but I've heard amazing things, and I'm pretty excited for this softcover to be released. Let me know what you think about the series. Let's talk about it. Don't spoil anything, because once again, I haven't read it yet, but super stoked. And that is New Comic Book Day for March 19th with Boom Studios. I think it's a fantastic week, especially with those 2 first issues and those soft covers coming out. Now, find a local comic book shop near you and support a small business. Do it. If you're interested in getting a trade paperback or a soft cover, you could also find those at local bookstores. You could request them as well. Now, if you don't have a comic book shop in your area, you could choose any in the country and see if they have an online shop that you could support and buy stuff from. Now, this video has been brought to you by Boom Studios, but all opinions are my own. I genuinely do love Minor Arcana. I really enjoyed The Last Boy, and there's just a lot of fun stuff to talk about, and I hope you had fun watching, and thank you for watching. I appreciate you, and I will see you later. Oh man, that's great. Okay, that's a wrap. That's a wrap.